With Tim Tebow retiring from baseball, could the XFL be in his future? Heisman quarterback Tim Tebow ended his baseball career this past week after 5 seasons in playing with the New York Mets farm system. He cut on with the Mets in 2016 and worked his way up from the instructional leagues to AAA ball. While there were highs like hitting a home run in his first at bat and an all-star game appearance in AA Eastern League, he did struggle at times, and after moving up to AAA, that was basically it. Now, just days after he was invited to spring training with the Mets, Tebow has decided to retire, and it seems like he already has potential plans moving forward. Quote, "I want to thank the Mets, Mr. Alderson, the fans, and all my teammates for the chance to be part of such a great organization. I loved every minute of this journey, but at this time I feel called in other directions." Interesting. Now, for Tebow, this could mean a lot of different things. He's being called in other directions could mean he wants to devote even more of his time to philanthropy and other causes. He may be thinking forward to his public life as an author, a public speaker, maybe on television or something like that. It could also mean he's eyeing a return to football. Now, while Floridians might love to see a reunion with Urban Meyer in his hometown of Jacksonville, that would be interesting. If he chooses to return to the game of football, the XFL could be the most logical option. This isn't just grasping at straws either. 1 year ago, it broke that Tim Tebow hadn't been in touch with the XFL, and he praised the league's relaunch while affirming his commitment to baseball.
Did you hear from the XFL when they were starting up?
Yeah, there was some communication.
Were you not interested at all, or did you hear them out, or how did that go?
We had a couple conversations, but it was pretty clear that this was. I love what they're doing. I think it has a chance to have success, and I think that's great. And so I think there needs to be a place for a lot of players that are really good and should and could be playing in the NFL and are better than a lot of NFL players. So, and there's a chance they're going to be seen. So I think it's awesome, and I think it's good for a lot of guys that are going to get a spot in the NFL roster because they're going to show a team that they're worth it. But for me, this is what I wanted to do and pursue it and be all in and just, yeah.
Now that his time with the Mets is over, the question now has to be raised. Does Tim Tebow still want to play football? I don't know about you, but I saw a little fire in his eyes when he was talking about the gridiron. Maybe he wants to continue to maybe scratch that itch. At 33 years old is a fine age for a quarterback nowadays, as the bar has been pushed to 40, as we've seen in this past Super Bowl. He's got a very limited mileage on his body in terms of football, and while he's been out of the game for a good chunk of time, the XFL appearance would be a natural fit if he wants to pick it up again. While the timeline for getting the ball rolling for the XFL is in 2022, it isn't clear at this point. However, he would have nearly a full year to prepare for football if he does end up wanting to pursue the XFL. From a league perspective, this would be a huge signing in terms of name recognition and branding alone, as Tebow would have the best pedigree of an XFL quarterback since Tommy Maddox, and maybe that's ever in the XFL. Beyond that, Tebow could make a serious impact in the league. His improvisational, athletic style play could translate well in the XFL, and though through his passing game isn't quite the greatest, especially when he was in the NFL, that wasn't exactly his calling card. Let's not forget when he beat Troy Polamalu and Ike Taylor with his arm. So he could do it. Whatever lies in Tim Tebow's future, of course, we wish him nothing but the best. He is a great human being. Whatever you think about him, he is a good guy and does a lot of good things outside of the sporting world. But if his future is a stop in the XFL, that could be huge for its relaunch in 2022.